Greetings, my name's Dwayne, and I've been working on a number of gnomes, and I've incorporated the butterflies onto the back as far as wings onto the gnomes. And I've had a lot of questions about that, so I want to take some time just to answer that, maybe a few other questions, give you some ideas, show you where I've gotten the stuff from and what I'm paying for it, to give you a little bit of help there on that. Now, in front of me is some of the butterfly wings that I've gotten from the major craft retailers. I have the Dollar Tree ones. I have these ones I've actually picked up at Michael's, and then in the Christmas section of Hobby Lobby. So just to go over them a little bit here with you, just to help out here. The Dollar Tree ones, regularly $1.25. It's available in some of the stores, but they are still available online, but you have to buy them in a quantity of 36. So it works out to about $45 plus shipping if you're getting the Dollar Tree ones here. Michael's, these are a lot smaller. You can see the difference in size here, wing size on those. So I have to have special projects for them to work out. These are like the 5-inch. These are only like about 2-inch across on those. So I'm still working on coming up with ideas to work with these ones. But if you have other projects that you're working on, these are very beautiful. They have like 7 different colors in Michael's, and I found them in the different stores. And the only problem with these, they're about $2.25 each. So it works out to about $78 for a pack of 3 of them. So a little bit more pricey than the $1.25 ones, and a lot smaller, but if you're working on smaller projects, really cute. So I look forward to working with them. And you also have a lot more color variety in these. The Hobby Lobby ones, these, as I said, are in the Christmas aisle, Christmas section. I found 4 different colors. Looking online, they only had 2 of the colors still available, but in the stores, they're in the Christmas section. And what I found is with Christmas there, they have a whole section of the same color of items. So you had to look through and find them. Some of them are even on the bottom shelf that I found them. But they had them in the Christmas section, and they had them with the color of that, and pretty big size section. These again have the nicer size, larger wings, not quite as big as the 5-inch, but very close to them. So very beautiful to put behind a gnome, to get some real character, some real beautiful stuff there. See if I can grab one here, and they fit right in there, nice and easy. Now, what I do, because I get a question, okay, how do you take care of it and everything? I remove the clips on the back. A lot of them have either a clip or a wire, and it's mostly just pulling it out. So I remove that, and then I cut off the antenna. Now, I've seen other people that just leave the antennas on there. That's fine too. That's a personal choice, but I cut those off. Rid of my little antennae there. And I do the same thing if I'm using the Dollar Tree butterflies. They have a clip going down there. I like to remove that. And then I remove the antenna. Usually they're just by pulling them out. Just like that, to have them come out. Now, the Dollar Tree one, again, I'm looking for the looks for the front. I get some people concerned about the looks for the back here. Dollar Tree ones, I'm just gluing right on there. Doesn't look as classy type of thing, but I'm not as worried about the back when I'm hanging my ornament. So what I do is just glue this part here. I want to make sure my wires are in the back. So I'm gluing this part here, keeping the wires in the back, and just putting it right onto the gnome there. Same thing with the Hobby Lobby ones. Like I said, they fit very snug, very nice. I'm running the glue down the body part. I'm not trying to take the wings off. I'm not trying to break them off, get rid of the glitter or break them or anything. And then I'm attaching it to where the hat, just above where the hat comes down and everything. This helps complete the gnome. It's gonna be on the body. does a nice wrap around, especially the Hobby Lobby ones. They come in a 4-pack. I said they're a 4-pack. Right now they're $9.99, but 50% off at Hobby Lobby for the holiday season. So getting them for about $1.25 also. So very good deal with those. Very beautiful, bright, shiny. Going to try them out with a couple different other gnomes and different colors that I got there. So showing you the different sizes there, the different ones that are available. I like the Hobby Lobby ones. They're easy to come up with right now this time of year. And as I said, they do have 2 different colors from what I've seen still available online. That's the only thing. Hobby Lobby, though, they do have shipping cost, so you would have to just accept that. We accept shipping cost and other things too. So those are the main butterflies that I get from the local craft stores. And just to show you, I'm going to show you how I put them on too, just a hot glue there. But I also wanted to kind of do a spin-off, a little introduction here of a different type of gnome that I've been working on. Just not ready yet to present it, but I have my 4-inch cones that I use for my Woodland Wizards. And I was looking for something a little bit smaller for a different size wing. And my wife did some research and came up with 2 different cones. They're about 3.7, 3.6 in size. I think when they list them as 3.7. One has a 2-inch base. The other one has an 1.5-inch base. I really like the 1.5-inch base just because how skinny and it works out well. But you can still use the 4-inch cones. If you've bought the 4-inch cones and you're making the Woodland Wizards, go ahead. You can still keep with the 4-inch cones to make these. What I found is something that I've called now, like I said, a spin-off from the Woodland Wizards, is my Woodland Women. And having some fun with these, working with the same patterns that I've been working with the Woodland Wizard, except for now I'm adding a skirt. Added a skirt to the bottom there, and I'm trying to experiment with different hats. And I'll show you what I'm doing with that there too. But so, as I said, I'm working with the same pattern with the Woodland Wizard, and I've also decided instead of just using a skirt sometimes, this is something I have coming out and playing with and ready not to show yet, but I'm using the Woodland Wizard pattern and designing something. This is actually, just making my little Thanksgiving gnomes here for fun here, just getting those incorporated into the group here and working on them currently. But with the Woodland Women, I realized I need to come up with different types of skirts and different types of hats. So I've designed this bonnet here, working on a few other hats and a couple other ideas too. So I'll be introducing those and showing how to make the different bonnets, different hats with that. But today what I wanted to do is show you and work with the wings. Now, these wings are special wings. I call them special because I came home one night from work and found them on my craft table. My beautiful, wonderful wife went to the problem of researching Etsy, and she found these beautiful wings. Let me show them off to you here. They come in a set of 12, and this is again on Etsy. Show you here. If you go to the Etsy's, you're researching, look up Etsy shops. Not just Etsy the product or anything, Etsy shops. LOSSOS boutique. And I was amazed. She has these in all different colors. She has color combinations. She has solid if you want all of just red, if you want all of just silver. And you can get 12 of them for $15. So again, we're working out, for that $1.25, they come out. They're just beautiful, well made, and they're feather too. So really nice. And I'm working with these right now with the butterflies, and that's why I was going with the smaller cone, the 3.5, 3.7 by 1.5 base type of thing, because I wanted these, because they're not the 5-inch, of course, obviously not the 5-inch butterflies, but I wanted them to show off. I wanted them to really sparkle and shine, because I think they did a beautiful job. And so I highly recommend, if you want to go on Etsy, again, this is Lassos Boutique, look them up. Beautiful 12 butterflies for $15. That's about the best deal. As I said, they're smaller than the large, large wing ones, but able to create some beautiful gnomes with them. And thank my wife. Her name's Tammy. Make sure you put her in the comments. Thank you, because she's just helping me out so much here lately. Especially she's the one that got me into gnomes to begin with. So really excited to put these together. So I'm going to show you how with one of those, and another one of my Woodland Women that I made, and I'm trying to experiment. This is done with wool, and some of these other ones done with different materials. Again, experimenting all the time. This is done with felt up top and wool below, putting some lace on it and everything. This was done with a material that I have a hard time with, just like the cottons and everything, frays a lot. So worked hard on putting hems into it. This is actually a memorabilia for me. And I like to do that. I like incorporating different things, like if I have a shirt from someone that's no longer with us, a family member, I like to do something. This is actually from back in my days when I ran a Chuck E. Cheese. And when we closed that down during COVID, my last day walking out, there was one thing that was left, and that was the curtains on the stage for the Chuck E. Cheese show. They had the animatronics and everything, all that was gone, but the curtains were still there. So I ripped the curtains down, and before I locked the doors, I brought the curtains home, and I've used them several times. A lot of material there, but not the greatest material to work with. But just something to give it a try, and something as a memory type thing too. And I've given them out to some of the old friends from those days. So nostalgia there. But working with this young lady, these are wools that I used on her material. And I wanted to show you how I connect my butterfly wings. Again, this is the ones that I got online there, and it's real nice. They have a backing to them. And as I said, they're feathers. So beautiful wings. Great glitter, great shine to them. Again, I take the antennas off. Easy to do, just to cut off. And gone there. And now hers, they have a wire in there. So just gonna get my wire cutters. Clip that off. Now I might like to make sure too that there's nothing pointed or sharp sticking out there. I could probably pull it. I haven't tried seeing if I could just pull it straight out of there yet. I don't want to try to ruin my butterfly. Their butterfly is more of a rubbery plastic type of butterfly on there. But that would be how the back looks. I like the look of that better than the Dollar Tree butterflies and some of the other butterflies. So that gives it a nice finished look to it. As I said, we're not spending anything more with that. And what I'm trying to do is attach right to the back there, a little higher up on the hat, but I want the butterfly to show. I want the wings to show out the back. Some of these are going to come out a little bit wider, some of them a little bit different. I'm working on some different hats that hopefully keep narrow. The Woodland Wizards, they have these bigger hats to try to work with. So I'm trying to make it a little bit more, hopefully feminine, just to keep things simple, and also because the wings are not as big. So with this, again, all I'm doing is running my hot glue down the body of the butterfly. sticking it right on the back. And again, one of the things I always like to do is cover my seams. So with the Woodland Wizards, I do the pattern so the body has the seam coming down when I do the cone, the seam shows up in the front. With these Woodland Women right now, I'm experimenting. I'm putting the seam in the back and covering it. But I'm going to give it a try too to see if I can put the seam in the front on some of it, maybe put a couple buttons on there. And that's the thing too, I want to just give you ideas. This isn't anything set in stone or anything you have to do. I thought she looked pretty nice even without the butterfly, but I think that just gives it a little bit more character to it. To tell you a little bit more about where I get my stuff, this is where I get a lot of questions too, so I'm just trying to answer questions here for people. A lot of little stuff lately I've been getting through Temu. People question whether it's good to get or anything. It takes about a week and a half that's been taken for me to get things. I've got these little baskets, I got the little lanterns, got a couple other little items, even like this butterfly, the mushrooms. I thought these were great little things. I like real little things, and it's hard sometimes to find little things. So a lot of people are asking me, where do I get my flowers? How do I get my little flowers? Well, my flowers typically are picks that I've bought. Picks that I've bought from usually Joann's or Michael's, local craft stores. Joann's does a lot of great holiday picks or seasonal picks. Michael's, I could pick up some of the more sort of a bigger type arrangements, but I look for the small stuff. I look for things that are really have little things in here that I can cut apart. And I do that. I just cut off little pieces. You're going to see that I go real small here. I even cut off of the leaves and use them. So I'm just taking pieces, and this was, as I said, something I got from Michael's, just this little bouquet, and they come in all different colors too. I got several different colors available to use. But I've been working with this one here for quite a few of my gnomes and getting a lot out of it for the, $4 or $5 I ended up paying for it because it was on holidays. So you can see I've cut them up, and again, just cutting little pieces off, incorporating them in my gnomes. And as I said, I've probably done a good half dozen or more already with just that same floral. Putting it in there. These are part of the Woodland Wizards. These are another color that they have was the gold. So I've cut up little pieces and put them in there. And feel free to pick things apart, to take your picks to make smaller items. I do a lot of the woodland stuff where I like to actually go out and pick them up off the ground and everything. A lot of times what I'll do, especially the pine cones and stuff like that, I put them in the freezer for a good week while I'm not using them, and that way if any bugs or sap or anything, takes care of that. So again, I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that I do, some of the ideas that I have, some of the things that I do as far as playing with my gnomes, working with them. I do have a line that I'm working on here, like I said, the Woodland Women. Got a lot of creative ideas to play with, with those. Come out with some different designs, different skirts, different hats. Look forward to seeing what everybody else does. And if you are working with the Woodland Wizard, go ahead and use the same pattern and just incorporate different things to design some beautiful women gnomes. I've never been known for doing lady gnomes, and I've probably done more in the last week here than I have in the last 4 years. But they're a lot of fun, a lot of creativity, a lot of different things to do with this. If you are still, you have your 4-inch cones that you've bought, because Amazon, I found the best place to get them. Read the reviews, check out from the different sites. Some of the sites actually get the cones from other places. I don't want to belittle any place or anything like that, but sometimes you get them ordered from some other places and they do take 2 or 3 weeks. So I would check out before you do order them. Make sure you're getting something direct through Amazon. My wife usually does my ordering for me, and has found some great deals, usually about 24 of them for like $13, $14. And if you want to try going with the 3x7 size, go ahead and find out, do it, play with them. Or if you still have, if you're working with the 4-inch cones, work with the 4-inch. I also found that people are telling me Hobby Lobby currently has the 4-inch cones right now. This is going into the holiday season, so they have them in the Christmas section on sale. So some great places to get things, trying to just give you some ideas, some little bit of playing around with. I'm giving you the basics. That's what I try to do, is tell you and show you the basics, and from there, let you design. You've done some beautiful work. I love to see everything that's coming out online there, a lot of things that people are showing me in the groups. Beautiful gnomes, beautiful characters, beautiful crafting, and just keep that up. Thank you.